Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Are you guys ready to talk about attracting the right clients in your business? I also am sharing 2 old live streams with you from when I first started this group. It's a little bit embarrassing because it's when I just started, but the reason I wanted to do that is because I know probably a lot of you are thinking like it's easy for Anna to say these things and to own her value and to really be confident when she's already reached a certain level of success, when she's already bringing in income, she already has an email list, she has a thriving Facebook group, like, duh, of course it'd be easy for her to be confident, but I really want to demonstrate for you how I was able to really capture that belief in my value and confidence from very early. So I'm sharing 2 live videos that I did with you when I started this group 3 months ago. It wasn't that long ago, but I was really, so the 2 videos are basically one where I talk about my belief, and I said this when there were 30 people in my group, you guys. My belief that though there were only 30 people in the group, that it didn't really change the type of leader or coach that I was, that I was still like the same person, and I felt like my abilities were the same. Does that make sense? And I still believe that. So if you're in that place where you have a really small following, I truly don't believe that it influences who you are, right? Like, really, what's the difference between me and 3 months ago besides a larger following? I'm the same person, I'm the same coach, I'm just as engaged. And so even if you don't have an email list or don't have a group, you know, if you are just starting out in your business, that really does not make a difference in who you are or who you should feel like, you know, hi Misha, great to see you here. It really does not make a difference in the type of leader or person you are. And then the other old video I shared with you is the just my realization of when I was finally able to say, like, I'm a great deal. Like, when I was really fully able to own in what I offered as a coach. It was a really big shift for me. And that I talked about in context of when I did more life coaching, but I think it's really relevant to you guys, especially if you're starting out. So today we're talking about how do you attract the right people, right? Who are going to be your ideal clients. How do you attract the women that you desire? And this was such a big concern for me when I first started my Facebook group, because I was like, I'm going to invite all these strangers, like that, like I didn't know how I felt about like working with people I didn't know, but I have been shocked and astounded with how true it is that we really attract, when we show up as the best version of ourselves, right? We really attract the right people, and I am just blown away by the women that I get to work with one-on-one and just with you guys here bigger in the group. Hi Rachel, thank you for joining here live. Yes, feel free to say hello if you're tuning in live. But how do I do that? How do I attract the right people? I think it's attached to the question I asked you in the worksheet today, which is, what does it look like for you to show up as the best version of yourself? This doesn't mean like the perfect version of you or a fake version of you, but really showing up fully, confidently as the best version of you. What does that look like? And that bing, like that's the answer to attracting the right clients. And I think a key part of this, right, is this owning your value. So when I am writing posts and I'm serving and I'm coaching, not to feel worthy or to feel validated, but from a place of humble confidence, my clients are getting the best service and I'm really getting the best service, right? Like through the ups and downs of my business, that doesn't really change like who I am as a person, right? Like my worth and value as a human is kind of unattached to the results in my business. And that is really hard to swallow. I think a hard shift for people to make, but when you get that, I think you really show up as the best version of you and you really attract the right people. And not only that, but the side benefit of it is it's better for you too. Like it's less miserable. And of course, like I struggle with this too, right? Like, of course it feels great to make sales and it's hard when our stuff isn't selling. But I think just pulling ourselves back and reminding ourselves, I don't know, just being grounded in who we are and serving from that place of confidence, right? Like that's the 2 videos I shared with you today too, is just knowing that being grounded in your value and what you have to offer your clients and selling and serving from that place, kind of like unattached. Like putting things out there and really believing what you have to offer, but not being not being so attached to the results, especially in pertains to your identity. Is this making sense? What do you guys think about this? This is a hard conversation to have. I'll let you guys chime in with some comments on where you guys are at with this in your life, and I'll just review the prompt that I want you guys to do today. So the simple version, if you're feeling like this is still a big hurdle for you, invisibility, I would love for you to just simply write. You don't have to show up on video or on a post, but simply write for me the value you feel like you have to offer in your business. And I encourage you on the worksheet to write 3, but you're welcome just to write 1. Like, what value do you, and even if you're still on the other side of like solidifying your business idea, you're welcome to write like, just as a person, like what value, like I need you to be convinced of your identity and value and lead out from that place. And so if you're feeling bold, or if you're a little more advanced, I would love for you to turn that into a post that you share with your ideal clients. And it's easiest to do this in a story. I did this today. I shared an example, and it's still hard for me. But I wrote one of the values or one of the benefits I think I give my clients is because of my mental health background. I am like a fierce strategist in my business mentorship, but I'm also really present to help people be healthy humans. Kind of like I'm doing here in this video now. Like I really want you to succeed and make an income because I want you to keep your business open. But I'm also really passionate about making sure that you're creating a business that fits around your life. That you're a thriving person in all the hats you wear. If you're a mom, if you're, you know, in your friendships, all those things that you are, that you're thriving and healthy. So that's one of the values that like I'm convinced of that I was able to share in that post. But I would love to hear from you, even if you're not able to create a post on this, just what value your clients get from working with you. Like, how do they benefit? Okay, Allie, what do you say? This is a hard one, to trust my value regardless of the results. It is so hard, Allie, and I don't think that it's not that we can't, like, want those results. But I think it's not allowing our identity to be shaped or formed based on, well, anything, right? Like, I mean, you and I have toddlers, right? And so I think this applies to all areas of our life. But I think it's a bigger question of, as women, how do we not let all the little outcomes of our life dictate our like inner worthiness? This is a bit, this is going deep, right? And of course, like, it's not that we shouldn't listen to feedback or be open to feedback, or when we sell packages, celebrate. But when I do and don't land clients, it doesn't change who I am as a coach, right? That's why in that video, Allie, did you watch that video that I wrote when I had that I recorded when I had 30 people in my group? And basically I was saying whether or not I'm trying to remember at that point, I think I may have had a paying client, but I for sure had a very small client load at that point. Had a really tiny list and tiny group, but I was still able to believe that I'm still valuable. Like, just because I'm early in my business and no one's working with me, that doesn't change who I am. And I still believe that, because who I am today, right now, isn't really different than who I was 3 months ago, even though I have way more clients, right? Even though my business is thriving as compared to when I launched my business coaching 3 months ago, I'm not a different person. And I got that back then. Like, you're like, well, Anna, it's easy for you to say now because you are bringing in income in your business. But even when I wasn't bringing in very much income, I was still convinced of what I had to offer my clients, that I was of value. And that, I think, actually is what has helped me be successful so quickly, is I was able to, from a grounded space, really grab onto that. And it was from that space that I was able to really show up and serve. Let's see, Jordan. I got caught up in the features and benefits of my product, being very analytical. I tell the benefits in a matter-of-fact way. Do you have any tips for being more personable and evoking more emotion? Yes. Jordan. Jordan, can you start with this? Like, can you start by telling us here in the thread or on a different post? And if you are selling a product, of course, like, you want to highlight the features of that product. But I know for you, Jordan, there's like a personal reason behind why you created that product. And So I think that you can tie it in. Let me see if I can answer your question more directly. I tell the benefits in a matter-of-fact way. Give us some of the examples of some of the benefits you list, Jordan. Maybe we can tweak it. And Jordan, this may just apply to maybe not even your sales page or your product page, but it may just apply to your About Me page. And telling your story and like thinking through why you created what you created, your passion behind that, your story. Do you tell any of your story on your About Me page? Okay, I'll let you, sorry, I'm asking you like 9 questions. I'll let you catch up with that and I'll come back to you. Allie, it is very deep. I need to find my worth and security in God and find joy in taking action and live my, Allie, yes. But that is hard. Like, I get that I'm explaining it as if it's like simple, but I get that this is ultra hard. But it really will cause you to show up as the best version of you, which means that you'll attract the right people, which means that you'll be landing the right clients that you are like so thrilled to work with. Hi, Kelly. Good to see you here. Helping them prepare for college and scholarship applications. Yes, getting organized. So what, Jordan, okay, tell me as pertains to like what specific package you're talking about, and maybe we can brainstorm here live. That would be awesome. Jordan, I wonder if it also stems back to that amazing exercise you did. You kind of already did today's prompt in yesterday's thing when you wrote that thank you card. I'm trying to remember the exact things you wrote, but I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like your heart came out when you're writing those key things that you desire. Like, you don't just desire for people to land scholarships, you desire for them to land those scholarships so that they can experience college, so that their family can, you know, attain that without tons of debt, right? Like, those are the huge, like, those are like the second tier benefits, not just like the nuts and bolts benefits of I'm getting money for a scholarship, but I'm able to experience college life and I'm able to afford something for my family that I never otherwise would have been able to afford. Like, that's a deeper result. Go back and read your post from yes, peace of mind. Oh my gosh. Yes. Jordan, those are the type of things that I think you can be focusing on. And especially if you are selling more of like a tangible product and you're not a coach, like selling services, I think that, Jordan, you are right on with that. So go back and read your post from yesterday and integrate that into your product sales. Absolutely. I think that would be amazing. Yes. And Jordan, focus on telling your story, right? Because I think that is a powerful component of it. You're so welcome. I know, I was amazed at that little prompt you made for yourself to write to write a thank you note to yourself for like the impact you had made. And you wrote some amazing things in there. And a lot of them were very like customer focused. It wasn't just about, you know, your own freedom and impact, but a lot of those bullet points, I was impressed, were about the results that you want to bring your clients, not just the results that you want to bring your life. So I think you accidentally did 2 assignments in one. Okay, do you guys have any other thoughts or questions on what it looks like to show up not just in the right places? And obviously, right, remember, where are the right places? The right places are where your clients are hanging out. And feel free if you need to brainstorm on this, because I'm super passionate about helping women who don't have entrepreneurial audiences too. If you guys were in my Facebook masterclass, you know that I really want to make sure that I am being available to support those of you, even who don't have entrepreneurial audiences. So if you need some shifting for that, let me know. But yes, as you post your content today, post it in my group, post it in another group. But even if you're not feeling courageous enough to do that, you have my full permission to just write out the 3 benefits, or if that's too hard, just 1 benefit that your clients have in working with you and fully owning it. It's hard. I'm going to make tomorrow's exercise a little bit easier, because I know that I'm really asking you to step out with courage. But you guys, I just felt like I couldn't ask you to start creating content from this place of desperation, or from this place, I think so many business owners, and not that I don't want you to get income, because I think income is super powerful, but I want you to do it. I don't want you to try to get income to get worthiness. Like, I want you to be grounded in your worthiness and your worth and create and sell from that beautiful grounded place. And so anyway, that's why I really want you to own your value before writing your content, because I think it's better, but I also think it's more effective. Like, I think your writing and how you show up when you show up on video with your tribe is just going to be a lot more effective. It's going to sell better. It's going to resonate with the right clients when you're writing from that place of knowing and believing your value. So if you decide not to write a post around your value, come up with it so that you know, so that when I give you another prompt tomorrow to create a piece of content, should I tell you what it is? No, I'll wait. It's going to be ultra simple, like shockingly simple. How easy the content piece I'm going to have you create is tomorrow. But I want you to do it from a place of knowing your value and owning that. Okay, any other questions? Thanks to those of you who hopped on here live with me this morning. Really proud of you. Let me see, did I cover everything? Yes. Oh, I was going to say one more note too. In thinking about what does it look like to show up as like the best version of you in your business, what question was that I asked you? Yeah, what would it look like? I really want you to not know that I'm not asking you to be fake. Know that I'm not asking you to be perfect. But something I kind of realized early in my business is that and we have a problem with this as heart-centered people, right? Because we know, like I was saying yesterday, like we know who we are, and we know that we're quality and caring, and our friends know that we're ethical, hardworking women and awesome people. But remember, when you're interacting with people online for the first time, they don't know that, and so it's our responsibility to help tell them that. And what I was doing, and a lot of you guys probably do too, is I totally undersold myself at the beginning of my business. And I think I actually showed up better, which is, I don't know if this is bad or not, probably not too bad, but to the one-on-one clients I served, I showed up and over-delivered way better than the way I presented myself in front of my audience, like here in my group. And I think we need to do equally, right? And I think we need to, of course, show up and serve and be present with, whatever, or, if you're selling a product. Like, I think, yes, be committed to delivering an amazing product, but also be available to showing up as your best self in front of your audience. And something that I really felt like a shift that I need to make was just even like when I show up here on video with you guys, getting myself grounded in a better place, and just really being more aware of the mind space I'm in when I'm writing content, when I'm recording content. But I think for me, showing up as my best self means showing up with my best self with my paid clients, but also being intentional about how am I focusing and being present with you guys and my whole big group and my email list and being consistent. And yeah, so that's something that I'm continuing to work on. What are you, before I head out, tell me you guys, what are you guys working on right now in your business? And then also, how is this owning your value thing? Is that super hard for you guys? I want it desperately for you, because I think as heart-centered ladies, we undersell ourselves. I talked about it just like the opposite of a con artist problem, right? Like all the time when I'm on the phone with women, I'm like, what you have to offer and what you're selling is so much better than you're presenting it. Which is sad, because if people don't know about it, it doesn't matter how amazing or valuable or grand you are, because no one's going to buy it, right? So we need to get women on the other side of purchasing so that they can experience the goodness that you have to offer. Like, that's what makes me the saddest, is when like heart-centered women who really have value to offer are selling less than women that maybe are great at the sales and marketing, but don't really have a stellar product. You guys are amazing women, and I want women to work with you. Okay, I feel better in one-on-one and small group than on my Facebook page. I feel more authentic. Yes, Misha, totally. And this is just something you have to work on. Like, how do I show up for my potential clients as authentically and as beautifully and as bringing my presence as much as my one-on-one clients? That's a great question to ask yourself, and it takes practice. I really want to own my value so that you can offer more. Beautiful. Beautiful. So yes, recap of what I want you to do today. Write down at least one benefit clients have to working with you. And if you're bold, write it in a Facebook post and share it somewhere where your ideal clients will see it. Okay, hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the challenge.